Hello everyone and welcome to मेरा देसी स्वैग। आज इस डिस्कशन में हम यूपीएससी सीसैट पेपर का एक पैसेज डिस्कस करने वाले हैं जो एक पार्टिसिपेंट की रिक्वेस्ट है कि उसे डिस्कस किया जाए और ये पैसेज है एमिशंस के ऊपर। इस साल पेपर हुआ 28 मई 2023 को और पेपर में ज्यादातर हमें सवाल मिले जो कि असम्पशन पे बेस्ड थे और क्रक्स पे बेस्ड थे या इम्प्लीकेशन पे बेस्ड थे। 27 क्वेश्चंस में से आपको कुछ पैसेजेस करने के लिए मिले एंड हम आज के इस डिस्कशन में जो पैसेज शेयर करने जा रहे हैं दैट विल अपीयर ऑन योर स्क्रीन हियर नाउ। This passage talks about the emissions humans put into the atmosphere. So जब हम emissions की बात करते हैं और जब हम पैसेज को रीड करने की बात करते हैं तो हम देखते हैं कि ये पैसेज क्या पास्ट है, पास्ट इंफॉर्मेशन दे रहा है या फ्यूचर की इंफॉर्मेशन दे रहा है या एक डायरेक्शन दे रहा है हमें कि हम सोचें कि क्या होने वाला है। So first line में will it gives us an impression that the writer is going to give us a message to focus on, to avoid something to happen in future. Why to avoid something to happen in future from happening in future? Because it's talking about emissions. अब बेशक से बहुत सारे लोग ये कहें कि climate change हो रहा है नहीं हो रहा है या क्लाइमेट चेंज पे और कुछ किया जाना चाहिए या नहीं किया जाना चाहिए। How much has the earth been heated so far? This is also controversial. बेशक से बहुत सारे लोग इस चीज से इनकार करें, मगर ये बात कि 30 साल से क्लाइमेट चेंज हो रहा है इस बात से इनकार करना तो थोड़ा मुश्किल है क्योंकि ग्लोबल वार्मिंग हैज बीन फेल्ट ऑल ओवर द वर्ल्ड. So whether the leader says there's no need to bring any further changes or technological innovations into finding new ways of climate adaptations and mitigation techniques, we cannot deny that we all should feel accountable for what's happening to our earth. So we, in this passage, are going to discuss something similar, a similar sentiment that was once also posted on a journal called Washington, on this website called the Washington Post, a climate for change. So while the world warms up, can the US wait? For more than a century, scientists have understood the basic physics of the greenhouse effect. For decades, they've realized humans can affect the climate by burning coal, this and that. And what's been happening is leaders have been trying to delay making a decision on this. There is also the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, mentioned here in this article. What is the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change? Is it a United Nations body? Yes, it is. Well, when was it set up? Was it 1988? Perhaps it is. And where is its secretariat? Is it in Switzerland? Okay, yes, it is. All this background information a UPSC aspirant will have. Probably, let's say, will probably have. And the connecting of the dots will happen simultaneously. And this is a very automatic process. This happens really fast. अपने आप जब आप पढ़ रहे होते हैं एक पैसेज तो आपको और सारे आर्टिकल्स ध्यान में आ रहे होते हैं जो आपने उस पैसेज के बारे में पढ़े हो। तो इसी पैसेज में, इसी आर्टिकल में आपके पास आपके पैसेज का एक आपका पैसेज था इसके आर्टिकल के एक भाग में. Can you point out where the emissions humans put into the atmosphere now will affect the climate in the middle of the century and onward? और इससे पहले क्या लाइन थी इस आर्टिकल में? Waiting to deal with carbon emissions until the effects are clearer or technology improves is not a wise strategy. The emissions humans put into the atmosphere now will affect the climate in the middle of the century and onward. Technological change. So क्या लिखा है कि wait करते रहना कि carbon emissions until the effects are clearer or technology improves is not a wise strategy as per this article. एमिशंस ये अफेक्ट करेंगे, ये तो निश्चित है, मगर क्या टेक्नोलॉजिकल चेंज हमारे को एक फ्यूचर ट्रांजिशन में हेल्पफुल रहेगा या नहीं, क्या दैट इज आल्सो निश्चित, दैट इज नॉट सर्टेन. Look at the choice of words here. Could has been used. Can possibly make a future transition away from fossil fuel cheap, or it might not. So the author is not so sure about this happening or the positive results of this. So what more might we read in this article or our passage of UPSC this year? Businesses that do not pay attention to the threat of uncertain outcomes fail. The world cannot afford such carelessness on climate change. What do you think is going to be the answer for this passage? Is it A or is it C? What did you choose? What did you choose for this one? Businesses that cause emissions may need to close down or pay pollution for pollution in the future. The only solution is technological change. Okay. I'll give you a minute. You can pause the video, come back to it, and share with me once again. As to what is your understanding of this article and which passage do you think which option do you think makes sense here? Now, this is your passage. And I was suggesting in one of my other videos somewhere that I can see the last line, carrying businesses against the threat of uncertain outcomes failing, and a very nice choice of word in option A, which is may need to close down or pay for pollution in future. However, this option is not sufficient. Why is it not sufficient? Because it is about businesses that cause emissions. It is not enough. The passage actually talks about businesses that do not hedge against the threat of uncertain outcomes. So we need that information also here in order for it to sound complete, read complete. Now look at C. Waiting to deal with carbon emissions until technology improves is not a wise strategy. Is this the best crucial message? Yes, it is, because if you look at the first line, it says ये तो होने ही वाला है कि affect होने वाला है climate. Second line, technological change dependable नहीं है. Third line, businesses just जो attend नहीं करेंगे, जो attention नहीं pay करेंगे, वो fail करेंगे. And last line, world, including businesses, people, and everybody, and governments perhaps, cannot afford such carelessness or climate change. So ये सारी जो pointers हैं, ये indicate कर रहे हैं कि अब तो high time है. We had done something about it. So we should start doing something about it if we have not in any part of the world. This is the crucial message. Why don't we choose B? Because as bureaucrats, we remain aware of possibilities. We are open to scope. We are open to possibilities. Only solution कह देना एक limitation हो जाती है उस scope के ऊपर. So not a very healthy choice. Why not D? इसमें लिखा है future technological change is uncertain. New industries should be based on renewable energy sources. हालांकि ये opinion outside this passage true हो सकता है, सच हो सकता है, but within the scope of this passage हमें शायद से option D नहीं मिलता. So option D नहीं मिलता, A insufficient लगता है, तो हम C को चुनते हैं as our answer. Is that okay? If you need me to discuss more with you, let me know. I'll bring more discussion, bring more research. I hope you understood the concept of the article here. And those of you who chose some other answer and felt disappointed, please do not feel disappointed. अभी तो result आया नहीं है. This passage just mentioned in a very sarcastic way, बर्बाद गुलिस्ता करने को बस एक ही उल्लू काफी था, हर शाख पे उल्लू बैठा है, अंजाम में गुलिस्ता क्या होगा, where the businesses, where the world leaders. So we are supposed to be doing something about this passage highlighted that, and those who did not answer it right, For them, there's a short poem, तू खुद की खोज में निकल, तू किस लिए हताश है, तू चल तेरे वजूद की समय को भी तलाश है। तो जो तुझसे लिपटी बेड़ियां, ये जो डिसअपॉइंटमेंट का चेन है, समझना उनको वस्त्र तू। दिस डिसअपॉइंटमेंट इज नॉट गोइंग टू लास्ट फॉर एवर। ये बेड़ियां पिघला के बना ले इनको शस्त्र तू, बना ले इनको शस्त्र तू। तू खुद की खोज में निकल, तू चल की समय को भी तेरे वजूद की तलाश है। So it's just a test, and one attempt. I understand the seriousness if it is your last attempt, but what you should have from this journey is a bureaucratic aptitude, which is remain open to possibilities. हर एक मेहनत कहीं ना कहीं रंग लाती है. All right, I'll wait to hear from you more. Good luck. Take care.